Going with Oliver from Singapore Tourism. Oliver, Singapore has traditionally been a very popular destination for Brits for many reasons, some of those historical. Does it continue to be a good seller for UK travel trade?
Yes, certainly. I think for the last few years we've seen good growth coming from the UK market. As you know, UK has been our biggest market, almost 500,000 visitors last year. And this year the growth has been a little bit flat, but I think that was due to various reasons. But we still have a lot of optimism for this market. There's still room to grow. The interest is still there, and I think, like you said, the historical connection will never go away. So, especially now that Singapore has transformed in many ways in the last few years, I think we just need to get those messages out to the people, both those who have been to Singapore and not been for a long time, and for those who have not ever thought of Singapore. I think there are a lot of things for them to do now, a lot of things to see. So we think the UK market will continue to grow and contribute greatly to our visitor arrivals for the next few years.
I think the Singapore government put out some fairly aggressive growth figures. Are you still confident of meeting those expectations?
Well, yes, we're still looking. I think we'd like to keep our optimism on track, and we think that we can still achieve the 17 million visitors in 2015. Trajectory-wise, I think we are a bit off this year. We are not likely to hit our targets for this year, but this is unforeseen, so we will start to think of new things to do for 2009 and 2010 as well, to see how we can bring ourselves back on track. So for now, yes, we think we can still achieve those figures, and we would just need to perhaps do a bit more in the various key markets to get those numbers back on track. For 2009, we haven't got a big event, but there's some that we're chasing, and I can't really mention those until we've confirmed them. Like you said, we are hoping to get more of the Formula One type of events, because the Formula One really did a fantastic job for us in terms of media coverage. I think in the UK we generated £12 million worth of coverage, which we are really pleased with. But I think there's more that we can do, but we like to choose the right ones. So we are chasing a few. As of now, I think we're still confirming those. So for 2009, we probably will try to make it the second F1 night race to be an even better one for now, and of course improve those that we currently have, like the light ups for the festive periods, especially for Christmas. So for 2009, that's what we're hoping to do. We've always been very conscious of keeping ourselves authentic. So while we try to look for the next big thing in terms of attraction, in terms of entertainment, we've always kept ourselves very grounded in our culture and our heritage. So for instance, Chinatown, Little India, we've always looked for ways to improve upon those, not to change them, but to make it more accessible, even more accessible to tourists, like building subway stations so that people can get there easily. So as we move forward, we like to get a few more attractions to cater to a wider range of people. But at the same time, I think we need to play up those that we already have, the events, the festivals that go on throughout the year because of our multicultural heritage. So those are things that we probably would try to do. It's a fine balance, and we will try to strike that right balance in the next few years together with the other government agencies as well.